Hi, I'm Bradley Hughes. I'm out at Holly Tree Country Club in Simpsonville, South Carolina, just outside of Greenville, where I do my lessons. And today I've got my TrackMan out, and I'm going to show you something that is really, really important in the golf swing. I've talked about it a lot. Not many people understand it, but it's to do with what happens this side of the ball after impact. It's probably the most important part of the swing, and I'm going to prove to you why. So these machines are very impact based. The figures that we're going to get on the screen here are going to be impact conditions, what's happening with the club as far as face and path, loft, club head speed, all those are going to be read close to impact or at impact. So I'm going to show you how I can change my shots in their trajectory and in their shape, not by what I do at address, not by what I do in my backswing or downswing, but by what I do. It's going to feel out here, I'm going to say post-impact, but it's actually going to feel that I'm going to do something different 3 foot after I have hit the ball. Now I hear people saying, what's that all about? Why would you worry about that? The ball's already hit. But let's show you exactly what happens. So the first shot I'm going to hit here is going to be a fade. And I'm going to hit a fade, I'm going to hit a draw, I'm going to hit a high shot for the three illustrations for today's video. I have an 8-iron, it's a Mizuno MP54, KBS tour shaft. And I'm going to show you how I can control this golf club with all those three shots, a fade, a draw, and a high. And to make it happen, I'm not going to change my ball position. I'm not going to change my alignment. I'm not going to change my backswing. I'm not going to change my downswing. All I'm going to do is 3 foot, or it feels 3 foot after the ball, because things happen sooner. There's an instinct to hit. There's a ball there. It's going to happen sooner, but I have to feel something out here. So for the fade, I'm going to pay attention to my left shoulder. So I'm going to feel my normal swing, and once I get out in front, I'm going to feel my left shoulder pull further to the left. Nothing else different in my golf swing. And there's a nice gentle little fade. And if we look at the numbers, and I'll bring these up on the screen for you to see, my club path went minus 3.7, which means it's coming across the ball. The face was ever so slightly open, 0.4. 82 miles an hour club head speed is not that important. Pretty good ball speed, 116, close enough. 6,500 spin. Remember, little fade's probably going to spin the ball a bit more. And it still went 166 yards, or 159.7 carry with an 8-iron. And that's because not only did I control the shape of it by what I did after impact, as I was doing that, I was still having speed. I was still getting my left shoulder further away from the ball. So I didn't lose distance as a result of trying to hit a fade. All right, so now we're going to do the draw shot. Same swing, same alignment, same ball position, same concept out here. Pass the ball, 3 foot or so past the ball, but instead of focus on the left shoulder for the fade, I'm going to focus on the right shoulder going high and over. So everything is exactly the same except what I do after I've hit the ball. Now if we look at the numbers here, spin rate went down because I'm drawing it rather than probably being a little bit steeper from hitting the fade, 54.60. Distance went up almost 3 yards in carry, 161.6. Club head speed was a little bit less actually, but the big thing to note here is with the fade my path was minus 3.7 and the face was 0.4 open. So just by changing what I wanted to do beyond the ball, now that shot drew and the path changed to 10 10.9 degrees inside. 10.9. And the face was closed to that. The face was 7.3 closed. So I still got the ball to start ever so slightly to the right as a result of that, and I got a bit of draw on it. And I didn't do it with my setup, and I didn't do it with my backswing or my downswing or my ball position. I did everything with what was to come in my golf swing. So we'll hit one more just to prove the theory right. A high shot. Generally you would think a high shot, get the ball forward. Not at all. Keep the ball the same, keep your stance the same, keep your alignment the same. Instead of feeling a left shoulder or a right shoulder here, I'm going to feel out in front, I'm going to feel my hands work higher to the finish of my swing. Get that acorn out of the way. So this is interesting. My swing path and club face actually got really close to zero there. 0.4 inside path, 0.1 face ever so slightly open. But we go to the launch speed or the launch angle. It's 23.6 degrees launch angle, but I still hit down minus 2.4. Now if we go back to the fade shot, 18.1 launch angle, minus 7 on the way down. So of course, as I feel that I'm going to pull this shoulder for the fade, as I feel that I'm going to work the right shoulder for the draw, and as I feel that I'm going to bring my hands up higher for a high shot, everything back here prepares for what's coming. So all those numbers change. The launch angles changed, the club path changed, the club face changed, the angle of descent changed, and it's all to do with having something to come in the golf swing. Now we've heard this a lot with all great golfers. Swing through the ball, accelerate to the finish. They are really yelling at you. The ball's incidental, gets in the way. They're really yelling at you to forget the golf ball. The golf ball is in the way of the swing, and I guarantee you will control your ball better. You will get better strikes based on what I just showed you. So we don't need to worry too much about what I'm doing here in an attempt to hit the ball. If I have some logic, and I know this is difficult because the ball's here and I'm thinking out there, but if I have some logic on the way 3 foot pass to the end of my golf swing, this is going to prepare for what's coming. It's really that simple. I've done this at clinics. I've made my backswing to here and I've said to people, you yell out what you want me to hit, and I can do it because I don't need to know where I need to aim. I don't need to change my ball position. All I need to know is what I have to do over here. And I get them to yell it out about here in my backswing, just so my brain has the time to say what I have to do. Left shoulder, hands high, hands low, right shoulder, or even a combination. So it's really simple. If you're ball bound, get your intent of your golf swing more out in front. You'll get better strikes and you'll be able to control the ball better because you will be less determined to try and hit that ball. Number one problem with golfers is trying to hit the golf ball. You will never hear a good player, a really good pro, talk about trying to hit the golf ball. The ball is in the way of their swing, and then the results can happen based on what's happening here, and you pay a little bit less attention to this. And really, golf can be really simple once you understand that. It's tough mentally to think out here when the ball's here, but those numbers just showed you I can change all my impact conditions based on what's happening out there rather than what I'm trying to do here or even what I'm trying to do at address.